Archangel Michael says, someone secretly wants to marry you. Their name will shock you. Open this before it's too late. Listen to me right now, because what I am about to reveal to you in this very moment will change the entire trajectory of your life, and if you turn away from this message before I finish speaking to you, then you will miss the divine appointment that heaven has orchestrated specifically for your soul. And I need you to understand that someone is praying for you right now in this exact second while you are hearing my voice. Someone is speaking your name into the atmosphere. Someone is calling out to the divine on your behalf, and what they are asking for, what they are praying for, what they are declaring over your life is something so profound, so earth-shattering, so completely unexpected that when I reveal their identity to you, your knees will buckle, your breath will catch in your throat, and every single thing you thought you knew about your future will shatter into 1,000 pieces, because this person, this soul, this divine match that has been prepared for you since before the foundation of the world was laid, they carry a name that will shock you, and I do not use that word lightly, beloved. I do not speak in exaggerations or manipulations. I speak only truth. I speak only what the Father has ordained me to speak. And right now, at this precise moment, the veil between the natural and the supernatural is thinner than it has ever been for you. And if you close this message, if you walk away, if you dismiss what I am about to reveal, then you will walk past your destiny. You will miss the door that is standing open right now, and I cannot come back and knock again, because free will is the most sacred gift that was given to humanity, and I will not violate it. But I will warn you, I will plead with you, I will use every ounce of divine authority that has been granted to me to make you understand that this is not coincidence, this is not random, this is not algorithm or chance that brought you to this message at this specific time on this specific day. You need to know right now that there are forces that do not want you to hear what I am about to say. There are principalities and powers that have been working overtime to distract you, to pull your attention away, to make you doubt, to make you question, to fill your mind with such noise and chaos that you cannot hear the still small voice of truth. And the reason they are fighting so hard against you, the reason there has been such warfare in your life, such unexplained attacks, such seasons of confusion and delay, is because they know what I know. They have seen what I have seen. They understand the level of threat that you pose to the kingdom of darkness when you finally step into union with the person whose name I am carrying for you right now. And I want you to take a breath. I want you to quiet everything around you. I want you to turn off every distraction, because what happens in the next few moments will determine whether you step into the fullness of everything heaven has prepared for you, or whether you wander for another season in the wilderness of confusion and almostness and nearliness, where you can see your promises from a distance but never quite reach them. And I refuse to let that happen to you, not on my watch, not when I have been assigned to your life, not when I have been stationed at your side as your defender, your warrior, your messenger. The person who wants to marry you is someone you already know, but you have not seen them clearly, you have not recognized them, you have looked right past them 1,000 times, because the enemy has kept a supernatural blindfold over your spiritual eyes, and that blindfold is about to be ripped off. And when it is, when the scales fall away and you suddenly see with clarity, you are going to be absolutely undone, because this person has been hiding in plain sight. They have been walking beside you, or They have been in your sphere, or they have been connected to you in ways that you dismissed as ordinary, as platonic, as coincidental, as impossible, and yet heaven has been orchestrating every single encounter, every single conversation, every single moment of intersection, because divine appointments are never accidental, they are strategic, they are intentional, they are woven into the fabric of time by the very hand of God. And this person, when you discover who they are, you will feel foolish for not seeing it sooner. You will feel shocked that you missed the signs. You will replay every interaction in your mind and suddenly see the golden thread that was always there, the divine fingerprints that were always present, but you were looking with natural eyes, and natural eyes cannot perceive supernatural realities. I need you to understand something critically important right now before I go any further, and that is this: the reason you are hearing this message today is because there is a countdown happening in the spirit realm. There is a window that is open, and windows do not stay open forever. There are seasons, and there are times, and there are moments, and this is your moment. But moments pass, opportunities expire. Divine timing is not something you can manipulate or control or bend to your will. You have to move when heaven says move. You have to respond when heaven extends the invitation. And right now, in this exact moment, you are being invited into something so sacred, so set apart, so divinely orchestrated that angels have been holding their breath, waiting to see if you will say yes, waiting to see if you will have the courage to believe, waiting to see if you will trust what I am about to tell you, even though it defies your logic, even though it contradicts your expectations, even though it shatters every box you have built around what you thought your life was supposed to look like. Your life is about to change, and I do not mean that in some vague inspirational way. I mean that in the most literal, tangible, concrete sense. Your actual life, the one you are living right now with all its routines and patterns and predictability, is about to be completely disrupted in the most beautiful way. And this person, whose name is burning on my tongue right now, waiting to be released, they are the catalyst, they are the key, they are the door that swings open into the next chapter. And you have been stuck, you have been stagnant, you have been circling the same mountain for so long that you forgot what forward motion feels like. You forgot what it is to be surprised by God. You forgot what it is to have your breath taken away by the goodness and the creativity and the unexpected generosity of heaven. But you are about to remember, and when you do, when the shock wears off and the reality sets in, you will fall to your knees in gratitude. You will weep tears of relief. You will wonder how you ever survived without this person in your life the way they are about to be in your life. Now I need to tell you something about this person that is going to sound strange, it is going to sound contradictory, it is going to make you question whether I am speaking truth, but I need you to stay with me. I need you to listen all the way through, because the name that is about to be revealed is not someone you would have chosen for yourself. It is not someone you have been fantasizing about. It is not someone who fits the profile, the checklist, the image you have carried in your mind of what your spouse is supposed to look like. And that is exactly why this is divine. That is exactly why this is a God thing and not a human thing, because when humans choose, they choose based on appearance, based on status, based on superficial compatibility, based on what makes sense to the logical mind. But when God chooses, when heaven orchestrates a union, it is based on destiny, it is based on purpose, it is based on what will produce the greatest glory and the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest Kingdom impact, and sometimes, often most of the time, that requires pairing two people who would never have found each other through natural means, two people who seem mismatched on paper, two people whose union causes others to scratch their heads and wonder how it works, but you will know how it works because you will experience a level of peace, a level of rightness, a level of "this is what I was made for" that you have never experienced with anyone else. This person has been praying for you, and I need you to catch that because it is significant. They have not been praying for a spouse in general, they have been praying for you specifically. Your name has been on their lips, your face has been in their mind, your soul has been in their intercession, and they do not even fully understand why. They just know that you are the one. They know it with a knowing that transcends explanation. They know it in their spirit, even if their mind has been trying to talk them out of it, even if fear has been whispering that you are out of their league, or that you would never feel the same way, or that the timing is wrong. But God has been preparing them, and God has been preparing you, and now the preparation is complete. Now the season has shifted, now the door is opening, and the only question that remains is whether you will walk through it, or whether you will let fear, let doubt, let the opinions of others, let the limitations of your own imagination cause you to hesitate, cause you to pull back, cause you to miss what is being offered to you on a silver platter by the hand of heaven itself. I want to talk to you about timing, because timing is everything, and the reason this message is reaching you now, the reason you are hearing these words at this exact moment in your life, is because you are finally ready. You have finally reached a place of maturity, of healing, of wholeness, where you can receive this person without sabotaging it, without running, without self-destructing. And I know you have been in relationships before. I know you have tried and failed. I know you have been hurt and disappointed and betrayed and abandoned, and I know that those experiences have left scars, have left wounds, have left parts of you that are still afraid to trust, still afraid to hope, still afraid to believe that something good could actually last. But this is different. This person is different. This union is different because it is not built on the shaky foundation of human emotion or physical attraction or shared hobbies. It is built on the unshakable foundation of divine purpose. And when God is the architect, when heaven is the builder, the structure does not collapse, it does not crumble, it does not fall apart. When storms come, and storms will come, make no mistake, there is no such thing as a perfect relationship. There is no such thing as a union without challenge, without conflict, without seasons of difficulty. But what makes this different is that you will have supernatural grace to navigate those challenges. You will have divine wisdom to resolve those conflicts. You will have heavenly strength to weather those storms together. Let me tell you what has been happening in the spirit realm while you have been going about your daily life unaware. There have been assignments being issued, there have been angels being dispatched, there have been strategies being formed, all centered around bringing you and this person together, because your union is not just about your personal happiness. It is not just about companionship or romance or having someone to share your life with, although it is all of those things, but it is so much bigger than that. Your union has ramifications that ripple out into eternity. There are destinies attached to your coming together. There are children who cannot be born until you two unite. There are ministries that cannot be launched. There are businesses that cannot be built. There are communities that cannot be transformed. There are people who cannot be reached, and the enemy knows this. The enemy has always known this, which is why there has been such strategic interference in your love life up Until now, which is why every relationship you have been in prior to this has fallen apart, which is why you have felt blocked, confused, disappointed time and time again, because you were being protected from the wrong person, you were being reserved for the right one, and the right one is here now, the right one is ready now, the wait is over now. Right, your word is my everlasting truth, Lord, if you stand firm on Scripture's promise. But you have to do something, you have to take action, you have to respond. You cannot just passively receive this information and then go back to scrolling, go back to your routine, go back to business as usual and expect everything to magically fall into place. No, heaven has done its part, heaven has aligned the pieces, heaven has orchestrated the circumstances, but you have a role to play, you have a part to contribute, and your part is to stay open, is to stay alert, is to pay attention to the nudges, to the promptings, to the sudden thoughts that pop into your mind about a certain person, to the dreams that seem more real than your waking life, to the chance encounters that do not feel like chance at all. And when the name is revealed to you, and you will know when it is revealed, you will feel it in your spirit like a bell ringing, like a light turning on, like a puzzle piece clicking into place. When that happens, you cannot let fear win, you cannot let doubt win, you cannot let the voices of the critics and the skeptics and the ones who do not understand win, because they will speak, they will question, they will caution you against moving too fast, against being foolish, against getting hurt again, but they do not have the information you have, they do not hear what you hear, they do not see what you see, they are not privy to the divine download that is happening in your spirit right now. This person, I need to tell you about their heart, because their heart is pure, their intentions are honorable, their love for you is not based on what you can do for them or what you can provide for them or how you make them look. It is based on a genuine soul-level recognition of who you are beneath the surface, beneath the mask, beneath the performance, and they see you, they really truly see you in a way that no one else ever has, and that is going to be both terrifying and exhilarating, because being truly seen means being truly vulnerable, means you cannot hide, means you cannot pretend, means you have to show up as your authentic self with all your flaws and all your wounds and all your messy, broken, beautiful humanity, and they are going to love you anyway. They are going to love you not in spite of those things, but because of those things, because your scars tell the story of your survival, your wounds tell the story of your courage, your brokenness tells the story of your resilience, and they understand that because they have their own scars, their own wounds, their own brokenness, and that is part of why you fit together so perfectly, because you do not need perfect, you need real, you do not need flawless, you need authentic, you do not need someone who has it all together, you need someone who is willing to fall apart with you and then build something new from the pieces. I am going to tell you something that might make you uncomfortable, but you need to hear it. You have been settling, you have been accepting less than you deserve, you have been tolerating mediocrity in your relationships because you convinced yourself that this is just how it is, that real love is not like the movies, that you need to be realistic and lower your expectations and stop being so idealistic. But that is a lie, that is a narrative that was planted by the enemy to keep you trapped in almost relationships, in good enough relationships, in better than nothing relationships, when the truth is that God has something so much greater for you, something so much richer, something so much more fulfilling than you ever dared to imagine, and this person is the embodiment of that. This person is the proof that you were right to hold out, you were right to refuse to settle, you were right to believe that there was something more waiting for you. Their name is going to shock you, and I keep saying that because I need you to be prepared. I need you to brace yourself because your mind is going to resist it at first. Your logic is going to argue against it. Your fear is going to try to talk you out of it. You are going to think, no, it cannot be them, it cannot be that person, and you are going to list all the reasons why it does not make sense, why it would not work, why it is impossible. But impossibility is where God does His best work. Impossibility is where miracles happen. Impossibility is the raw material that heaven uses to demonstrate power and glory and goodness beyond human comprehension, and you are about to witness that firsthand. You are about to live that. You are about to become a walking testimony of what happens when you trust God with the most intimate, vulnerable, tender parts of your life. Let me paint you a picture of what your life is going to look like after you step into this union, because I want you to have vision, I want you to have hope, I want you to have something to reach for. You are going to wake up every morning next to someone who prays for you, who covers you, who speaks life over you. You are going to go through your days with a partner who supports your dreams, who believes in your calling, who pushes you toward your destiny instead of pulling you away from it. You are going to come home to a safe place, to a refuge, to an atmosphere of peace and acceptance and unconditional love. And yes, there will be hard days, there will be disagreements, there will be moments when you have to choose love over being right, when you have to extend grace, when you are tempted to withhold it, when you have to die to your selfishness and your pride. But those moments will refine you, those moments will mature you, those moments will transform you into the version of yourself that you were always meant to be, and this person will be right there beside you, being refined and matured and transformed as well, and together you will build something that glorifies God, something that impacts the world, something that outlives you both. Now I need to address something that might be happening in your heart right now. You might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. You might be thinking, I have been disappointed before. I have believed for things that did not happen. I have hoped for relationships that fell apart, and I understand that your heart has been broken. I understand that your trust has been shattered, but I need you to separate the past from the present. I need you to separate what people did to you from what God has for you, because people will fail you. Humans are flawed, we are broken, we are works in progress, but God does not fail. God does not break promises. God does not dangle hope in front of you just to snatch it away. And this word that I am bringing to you right now is not coming from a person, it is coming from heaven, it is coming from the throne room, it is coming from the mouth of the one who knows the end from the beginning, who has already seen your wedding day, who has already heard your vows, who has already blessed your union before it even manifests in the natural realm. The name is coming. I am about to release it, but before I do, I need to prepare your heart even more, because the shock is going to be intense, and I need you to not react out of shock. I need you to not make a decision based on your initial emotional response. I need you to take this name into your prayer closet. I need you to take it before the Father. I need you to ask for confirmation, ask for peace, ask for clear, undeniable signs, and they will come. The confirmations will flood and the signs will be everywhere. You will see their name, you will hear songs that speak to your situation, you will have dreams, you will have prophetic words from people who know nothing about this, and every single confirmation will be another piece of evidence that what I am telling you right now is absolute truth, is divine revelation, is the word of the Lord for your life. This person loves you already. They might not have said it out loud, they might not have even fully acknowledged it to themselves, but their soul knows, their spirit recognizes you, and there have been moments when they have looked at you, when they have been near you, when they have thought about you, and something shifted in their chest, something stirred in their spirit, something whispered, this is the one, and they have been fighting it, or they have been confused by it, or they have been waiting for the right time to say something, and the right time is now. The right time is upon you. The door is opening and you are both about to step through it, but you have to be willing, you have to be brave, you have to be obedient to what heaven is instructing you to do, even when it feels scary, even when it feels risky, even when it feels like you could lose something, because the truth is you could lose something. You could lose your singleness, you could lose your independence. You could lose your carefully controlled, predictable life, but what you will gain, what you will step into, what you will receive in exchange is worth infinitely more than anything you are releasing. I want to talk about divine timing again because it is so crucial. You need to understand that there are seasons in the spirit realm. There are open heavens and there are closed heavens. There are moments when grace is available for something, and then that moment passes and you have to wait for another cycle. And right now as you are reading these words, as you are hearing my voice, there is an open heaven over your life. There is a window of opportunity. There is a kairos moment, a God ordained appointed time, and if you wait, if you hesitate, if you allow fear to paralyze you, that window will close. It will not stay open indefinitely. And I am not saying that to manipulate you, I am not saying that to pressure you, I am saying that because it is truth, it is reality, it is how the spiritual realm operates, and I would be failing you as a messenger if I did not warn you, if I did not urge you to act now, to respond now, to move now while the grace is available, while the door is open, while heaven is extending the invitation. This union is going to require faith, it is going to require trust, it is going to require you to let go of control, and that is hard. I know that is hard, especially if you have been hurt, especially if you have been let down, especially if you have learned to rely only on yourself and trust no one. But faith is not faith if it feels safe, faith is not faith if you can see the whole staircase, faith is not faith if you have all the answers and guarantees and assurances ahead of time. No, faith is stepping out when you only see the next step. Faith is saying yes when you do not know how it is all going to work out. Faith is trusting that the one who began this good work will be faithful to complete it, and that is what I am asking of you right now. That is what heaven is asking of you, to take a step of faith, to move in trust, to believe that what I am telling you is true, even though you cannot yet see it with your natural eyes. Let me tell you about the warfare that is about to intensify, because I would be irresponsible if I did not warn you. The moment you say yes to this, the moment you step into agreement with what heaven is doing, the enemy is going to rage. There is going to be an onslaught of doubt, of fear, of confusion. There are going to be attacks on your mind, attacks on your emotions, attacks on your circumstances. Things are going to happen that are designed to make you question this decision, that are designed to make you pull back, that are designed to make you think you made a mistake. But I need you to stand firm. I need you to remember this word. I need you to hold on to what I am telling you right now, because when the storm comes, and it will come, this word will be your anchor. This word will be your foundation. This word will be the rock you stand on when everything around you is shaking. Type, "You are my morning light, Lord," if He fills your soul with new hope. The person whose name I am about to reveal has been through their own journey, they have been through their own process of preparation, they have been refined by fire, they have been broken and rebuilt, they have been humbled and matured, and they are not coming to you as a project, they are not coming to you as someone you need to fix, they are coming to you as a whole person who has done the work, who has faced their demons, who has healed their wounds, and they are ready for you. They are ready for this. They are ready to step into covenant, and covenant is not the same as casual dating. Covenant is not the same as seeing where things go. Covenant is a binding supernatural agreement that is witnessed by heaven and backed by divine power, and when you enter into covenant with this person, you are not just making a commitment to them, you are making a commitment to the God who brought you together, and that commitment will be tested. It will be challenged, it will be attacked, but it will not be broken, because what God has joined together no man, no demon, no circumstance can separate. I need to tell you about the legacy that is going to come from this union, because this is not just about you and this person, this is about generations, this is about bloodlines, this is about spiritual inheritance. There are children who are waiting in the spirit realm to be born into your family. There are sons and daughters who carry mantles and anointings and destinies that are dependent on you and this person coming together, and I am not just talking about natural children, I am talking about spiritual children, I am talking about ministries, I am talking about movements, I am talking about people who are going to be saved and healed and delivered and set free, because you too said yes to what heaven was doing, because you too were willing to look foolish, because you too were willing to go against the grain, because you too were willing to trust God more than you trusted your own understanding. Your marriage is going to be a weapon against darkness. It is going to be a light in a dark world. It is going to be a testimony that causes others to believe, that causes others to hope, that causes others to trust that God is still in the business of doing the impossible, and that is why the enemy has fought so hard to keep you apart. That is why there has been so much delay, so much interference, so much confusion, because your union represents a threat to his kingdom. Your union represents a shift in the spiritual atmosphere. Your union represents a door opening that cannot be closed, and once you step into this, once you take your place side by side with this person, the gates of hell will not prevail against you. The forces of darkness will have to flee. You will walk in an authority and a power and an anointing that you have never experienced before, because two are better than one, because a threefold cord is not easily broken, because where two or three are gathered in his name, there he is in the midst. Now I am going to give you the name, and I need you to receive it with an open heart. I need you to receive it without judgment, without dismissal, without immediately talking yourself out of it. The name that heaven has given me for you, the name of the person who wants to marry you, the name of your divine match, your covenant partner, your destiny helper, is someone who has been in your life or someone who is about to enter your life, and their name carries a frequency, their name carries a sound, their name carries a vibration that when you speak it, when you hear it, when you see it written, something in your spirit is going to leap, something in your soul is going to recognize, something in your heart is going to know, and you might try to deny it, you might try to rationalize it away, you might try to convince yourself that it is just your imagination, but deep down, beneath the noise, beneath the fear, beneath the doubt, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. The name is not what you expected, it is not who you predicted, it is not the person you have been pining after or fantasizing about, it is someone real, someone flawed, someone human, someone who is on their own journey just like you are, and that is what makes this beautiful, that is what makes this work, that is what makes this sustainable, because it is not based on illusion, it is not based on perfection, it is based on truth, it is based on authenticity, it is based on two broken people allowing God to make something whole out of their brokenness. And when you see this person through heaven's eyes, when you see them the way God sees them, when you see the gold beneath the dirt, the treasure beneath the surface, the glory beneath the struggle, you are going to fall in love. You are going to fall deeply, madly, irrevocably in love in a way that you have never experienced before. This love is going to heal you, it is going to restore parts of you that you thought were dead, it is going to resurrect dreams that you buried, it is going to awaken potential that has been dormant, and this person is going to be the catalyst for all of that. They are going to speak life into your dry bones, they are going to call forth the greatness that is inside of you, they are going to see you not as you are but as you are becoming, and they are going to love every version of you, the version that is healed and the version that is still healing, the version that is strong and the version that is weak, the version that has it together and the version that is falling apart, because that is what real love does. Real love does not require you to be perfect, real love does not require you to perform, real love gives you permission to be human. And you are going to do the same for them. You are going to be their safe place, their refuge, their home. You are going to be the one who sees past their walls, past their defenses, past their masks, and loves the real person underneath. You are going to be the one who believes in them when they do not believe in themselves. You are going to be the one who stands beside them when everyone else walks away, and together you two are going to create something so beautiful, so powerful, so anointed that it will become a landmark in the spirit realm, a city on a hill that cannot be hidden, a light that draws people out of darkness. But you have to say yes, you have to be willing, you have to take the first step, or if they take the first step you have to be willing to receive it, you have to be willing to let down your guard, to open your heart, to take a risk, because love is always a risk, vulnerability is always scary, intimacy always requires courage. But you were not created for a safe, small, comfortable life, you were created for kingdom impact, you were created for divine purpose, you were created for a love story that reflects the love of God Himself, and this is that story, this is your story, this is the chapter where everything changes, where the wait ends, where the promise manifests, where heaven invades earth in the form of a relationship that was orchestrated before time began. So I am going to ask you right now as I finish this message, are you willing, are you ready, are you brave enough to believe what I have told you, are you strong enough to stand against the voices that will question you, are you faithful enough to trust that God knows what He is doing even when it does not make sense to your natural mind? Because if the answer is yes, if you are ready, if you are willing, then I need you to pray right now, I need you to open your heart. I need you to ask the Father to reveal this person to you clearly, unmistakably, undeniably, and He will not leave you in confusion, He will not leave you guessing, He will make it so clear that you will have no doubt, and when He does, when the name is revealed, when the identity is made known, you will understand why I used the word shock, you will understand why I told you to brace yourself, you will understand why this message was so urgent, so intense, so filled with warning and instruction, because this is not a small thing. This is not a trivial matter, this is your life, this is your destiny, this is your future, and it deserves your full attention, your complete focus, your wholehearted engagement. The clock is ticking, the window is open, the door is standing wide, but it will not stay that way forever. Heaven is extending the invitation right now in this moment, and what you do next, what you decide next, how you respond next will determine the trajectory of the rest of your life. So choose wisely, choose bravely, choose faith over fear, choose trust over doubt, choose love over self-protection, and watch what God does. Watch how heaven moves, watch how the impossible becomes possible, watch how the shocking becomes beautiful, watch how the unexpected becomes the most perfect fit you could have ever imagined, because that is what is waiting for you on the other side of your yes. That is what is waiting for you when you step through the door. That is what is waiting for you when you finally embrace the person whose name has been written in heaven beside yours since before the foundation of the world, and their name, beloved, their name is closer than you think. Their identity is right in front of you, and very soon you are going to see it, and when you do, everything I have spoken to you today will make perfect sense, and you will weep tears of joy and gratitude that you did not walk away, that you did not dismiss this message, that you stayed until the end, because the end is just the beginning. The end of this word is the beginning of your new life, and I am cheering you on, I am standing with you, I am fighting for you, and I will not stop until you are walking in the fullness of everything heaven has promised you. So receive it, believe it, and get ready, because your life is about to change forever. You think you know everything about the people around you, but you do not see what I see. You don't hear the prayers whispered about you in private places. You don't see the feeling someone has been carrying for you like a burning coal that never cools. You don't feel the trembling in their chest when they think of your name. You don't see how often they replay your voice in their mind. You don't know how many times they've typed a message and deleted it. You don't know the nights they've stared at their ceiling, wondering how to approach you, wondering if they will ever be worthy of you, wondering whether the moment is right. Someone wants to step forward. Someone wants to claim you. Someone wants to build a life with you. Someone wants to tie themselves to your destiny, and the heavens have been watching this unfold with a seriousness you have not yet understood. I am speaking this with divine urgency because heaven knows that if this message does not reach you now, something will shift, something will close, and the opportunity meant for you may pass by before your eyes without you even realizing it. There is a spiritual deadline tied to this revelation. You are not reading this by accident. You were summoned here by a tug in your spirit, a sensation in your chest, a voice whispering, "Open this now," because God does not waste words, and I do not descend without purpose. Someone's intentions, someone's quiet devotion, someone's hidden longing, it is reaching its tipping point. They cannot hold it inside much longer, but there is interference, fear, doubt, and spiritual noise clouding their courage. There is a reason you were pulled here right now, because heaven is preparing to uncover what has been concealed. Someone wants to marry you, beloved. Not simply date you. Not simply admire you. Not simply stay connected to you. No. They want covenant with you. They want to stand next to you in the eyes of the divine and speak vows with your name trembling in their voice. They want to be the one who walks beside you in this lifetime. They want to be the one who protects your peace, who holds your heart, who builds a home with you. They want to be the one whose hands you trust, whose presence you return to at the end of each day. They want a future with you so deeply that their own spirit aches with the weight of it. And yet, you still don't know who they are. Not fully. Not clearly. You've had hints, moments, dreams, sudden flashes of emotion that didn't make sense, unexpected memories, strange magnetic pulls towards someone, but you brushed them off because the mind cannot always interpret what the soul already knows. The name of this person will shock you, not because they are unfamiliar but because something inside you already felt them, already sensed them, already recognized them, even when you didn't know why. There is someone whose energy peaks whenever yours does. Someone whose soul leans toward you unconsciously. Someone whose presence always seems to return into your life, even after gaps, even after delays, even after silence. There is someone who tried to walk away from you at some point, but couldn't. They tried to forget you, but couldn't. They tried to convince themselves their feelings were too intense, too risky, too impractical, but their heart did not listen. Their spirit kept pulling them back to you, again and again, even without your awareness. That is not coincidence, that is spiritual design. Comment, Jesus, you are my song in every storm, if he has carried you through battles.